this week we started a whole new year. Hello, it's me again. The new year always seems like a good time to pause, take a breath, and look around. Metaphorically speaking, I mean, by all means, look around you physically, but I meant more in the abstract. You know, taking stock of what you achieved last year and what you want to focus your attention on this year, thinking about stuff that you want to do differently or new things that you want to try for the first time. Basically, I like New Year because it's an opportunity to press the refresh button, which is exactly what we're doing today. So if you are new around here, let me introduce myself, the channel, and what you can expect to see. Spoiler alert, if you're old around here, things are continuing in much the same way. Nothing drastic is happening, but feel free to stick around for the whole video because that would be swell, and I like your company. My name is Rebecca. I am a 29-year-old female human currently living on planet Earth. 29-year-old bit sometimes surprises people for one of two reasons. Either because I act like a child and am often naive about life, the universe and everything, or because there's someone who's known me for a long time and they have an existential crisis at the thought that I'm nearly 30. Happens quite a lot with family members who can remember me in nappies. Normally, I film in my bedroom in London. At the moment, I'm in my old bedroom in my parents' house. The wallpaper is much more interesting here. I started my YouTube channel about 6 years ago when a friend and I wanted to make videos for each other. We pretty quickly fell out of that habit, but I found that I really enjoyed making videos. So for the last 2 or 3 years I've gone it alone and made weekly videos which I upload at Wednesday lunchtime, or whatever the equivalent time is for you if you're in a different time zone. Basically, I aim for 12 noon GMT every Wednesday. Most of the time I manage it, but I do not have a 100% record. Please accept my apologies for when I miss a week here and there. It hurts me more than it hurts you. There's no real reason for Wednesday uploads, by the way, but fortuitously it turns out that I quite like this time slot because I like the idea of putting a little 3-minute nugget of ebullience, yes, I learned a new word there, into the world in the middle of the week. This brings us neatly-ish onto the next thing to discuss, which is what is the point of this channel and what can you expect to see on it? And the short answer is, I'm afraid I haven't the slightest idea. Genuinely, I find it very difficult to describe what I do and what the end goal is, possibly because there is no end goal here. It's always fascinating to hear other people describe my channel to those who haven't seen it because it helps me understand it more. Sometimes they say things that I wasn't expecting. I suppose it's like someone asking you to describe yourself versus somebody describing you to somebody else. They might focus on different things that you'd think or maybe even hope. Generally though, I just aim for 2 things when I make a video. 1, be entertaining and humorous wherever possible, and 2, be as good as or better than last week's video. Again, I don't always manage this, but they're good targets. If I'm absolutely forced into a description, I'd say that if you stick around, you could expect to see light entertainment videos on a variety of topics. If I can be thought-provoking or even clever on the odd occasion, then marvellous. But for the most part, I'm just trying to make short videos that bring a little bit of cheerfulness to the middle of the week. Beyond that, there is no master plan. I'm therefore more than happy for you to suggest topics or ideas or ways to improve. See, I make videos which I enjoy and which I myself would like to watch, which I think is important because if I don't want my videos, then why should I expect anybody else to want to watch them? But I do think it's equally important to get some outside feedback and to start some conversations, which is why it's always lovely when people like your good self take the time to leave a comment. So in order to encourage this, I'm gonna try and get better this year at asking you a direct question that you can answer if you want. This week that question is, have you watched my videos for a long time or are you new around these parts? Welcome if it's the latter, and thank you so much for sticking with me if it's the former. Right, that's probably enough admin for 1 week. Before I go, there's just one more thing to mention, which is how I end each video, which is a reminder of when I upload. Hi again, my name is Rebecca and I will post a new video every Wednesday, and my current sign off. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back next week. In the meantime, please remember to work hard, laugh harder, and always accept a hug. Bye!